may fuel the nation's wealth, but do the producing areas share in the benefits? From roads to healthcare, this week we're turning on the spotlight on development promised versus development delivered in Ughelli South Local Government area. Welcome to Scorecard. Let's get the grades.
Jasiri is where the conversation starts. We amplify diverse voices and challenge narratives.
Bringing societal issues to the fore. This is where everyone has a voice.
That perception that I have your type at home, actually four of your type at home, it starts to shift just because you are like, well, this my type is right here.
Exactly.
We break barriers and bridge generational divides.
So who is going to make Gen Z believe that it is giving?
I love it.
Giving to speak your native language.
Silence is not an option.
We are unconventional, but unique. Brace yourselves.
I had no holes in my ear until I was 14 years old.
And now how many do you have?
I have holes in places you don't want to.
Join us weekdays at 10 a.m. right here on News Central.
Ughelli South, one of Delta State's 25 local government areas, is home to nearly 300,000 people, making it the fourth most populated in the state. Rich in oil and gas reserves, it fuels Nigeria's petroleum industry and drives significant economic activity. Yet beneath the wealth lies neglect, especially in basic education. As the local government budget grows, the questions remain: is infrastructure keeping pace with the needs of the people? Are children getting opportunities they deserve in education? To help us unpack what is working and what is not in Ughelli South Local Government area of Delta State, we have joining us virtually Chief Wilson Odafe Omene, is the former chairman of Ethiope West Local Government area in Delta State, and I also have Ese Agbobore, is the majority leader, Ughelli North Legislative Arm of Government. It's good to have you join us, gentlemen, on Scorecard. I'm going to start with you, Mr. Omene. Ughelli South produces the oil that powers Nigeria's economy. But we've seen over time, particularly from reports that we've heard, that residents complain of crumbling schools, bad roads. And I just want to know from your experience as a local government chairman, why is development still lagging in some of these oil-producing areas?
First of all, let me thank you for having me. I'm going to be speaking on the issue based on my experiences and my idea about a local government, how it should be and how it can affect the people. Yes, a lot of these local governments are failing in terms of what is expected of them. You know, and there's very little one can do about it because I am not from there, but I will advise, like I said, based on experience. The first thing that can really make the local government chairman work effectively is to ensure that the executive must devoid himself. He must not have itching fingers. He must avoid things that will bring corruption into the system. First of all, I want to state clearly, let us take it one by one. In terms of corruption, nobody that is a local government chairman can achieve anything reasonable, no matter the amount of money put down in his, for him to work with, that can succeed and make a meaningful impact when you consider the volume of money that he is receiving or he has received. Let me tell you the danger. Local governments are seen as a loophole for those who consider themselves as the political lords of the local governments. They come and they come to you as soon as you are sworn in as a chairman. They come to you, say, look, we have to. This is what you ought to be doing. we need so amount of money from you from time to time. For what? So until you have the guts to resist that temptation, you can get anywhere. So they must avoid, the chairman of local government must avoid such temptations of being lured into having itchy fingers.
Let me bring you in as a lawmaker, and I just want to really understand your job as a lawmaker, which guarantees that you should hold the executive arm of government to account. I want to understand what really, when you hear of budget allocations like this, particularly to local government, I want to understand what really works in Delta State. Is it that the local governments are in charge or truly autonomous or in charge of the funds they get from the Federation account?
Yes, in Delta State, the autonomy has not been fully implemented. But here in Delta State, to a large extent, I think the local government chairmen control the resources. And I believe that there's no local government in Delta State that don't control their resources. In the local government where I represent, Ughelli North, here we sit down with the chairman and work on the budget of the local government. Last year we did early this year we did it of the local government, whereby the House Committee on Appropriation will meet with the executive and work on a budget, whereby each councillor, the 20 councillors representing the local different wards of the local government, will put their input. The project they know that their people needs more, they will add it to the budget. And you can see all over the state, especially in Ughelli North, you can see councillors already commissioning projects which were inputted in the budget. So I think the local government autonomy is a good one, though we also want a better autonomy. But for now, I think the local government system is far better than the way it was before, where it would just be a one-sided thing. But now you see the executive and legislative arm coming together and working together to make sure that the local government succeed in terms of infrastructure, security, and other things.
Just before we get back to Mr. Omene, I want to be sure your network is stable now, but still driving up the conversation. And I'm still speaking with you as a legislator. And I just want to understand how you scrutinize budget allocations when local governments present their budgets, particularly how you scrutinize budgets, monitor projects, and how you measure results with the monies that have been disbursed to these local governments.
What we do in Ughelli North is, I believe, is what everybody is doing in other local governments. Here in Ughelli North, once the executive submit the budget to the legislative arm, there's a committee in charge of budget and appropriation. So that committee will review that budget, then get back to the General House, which the General House will look at it critically. It's not something we do in already. The one we passed this year, it was critically looked at. We look at it word to word, project to project, what will the money be used for before we pass the budget. So it followed due process, and we make sure that the budget is a budget that we represent the interests of the people we represent at the grassroots, because we represent the people at the grassroots. If we don't look at the budget critically, there's no way they can be represented. And you can see the autonomy is, to me, is something that we help the local government level, because before now, the local government level have been reduced to a situation whereby you won't see any development. But if you go around Delta State, you can see the local government chairman commissioning projects. Like in Ughelli North, we will be commissioning a world-class health center built from the scratch by the local government chairman. So if not for the executive and the legislative working relationship, I don't think such project can come aboard. It has never happened in the history of this local government, where we have a standard cottage hospital. We have a new court being built by the local government. If you go to other local governments, it's also like that, because now the executive will do their part. The legislative arm will also do their part.
Can I pause your thoughts for a bit? Let's take the short break. When we return, News Central takes you to Ughelli South Local Government for the first-hand reactions from the people on what is working and what is not. To stay with us.
Every great day starts with a great morning, and at Breakfast Central, we understand the importance of starting your morning right.
From 7 a.m. to 10 a.m., our team is dedicated to delivering a one-of-a-kind breakfast experience with vibrant conversations, detailed analysis, comprehensive reports, and on-location updates.
Breakfast Central is for you, giving you more time for breaking news, more insights, and more of the stories that matter to you.
Start your morning the right way. Breakfast Central, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday.
In Nigeria's Niger Delta, oil flows beneath the soil, but above ground, children sit on floors to learn, if they show up at all. This is Ughelli South Local Government area, Delta State. Here, education is a promise still waiting to be kept. Ughelli South is one of Delta State's 25 local government areas. With an estimated population of nearly 300,000, it stands as the fourth most populated LGA. Known for its oil and gas reserves, it generates significant economic activity for Nigeria's petroleum industry. But beneath the wealth lies deep neglect, especially in the area of basic education.
Yeah, we are suffering. We don't have fish, we don't have anything. Just look at our environment now. The government doesn't look after our face. Some of our leaders, they give empowerments, they give appointments, they didn't do anything for us.
From this community, we suffer for light, number one. Number two, we need good road. And hunger, we need good job so that we can take care of ourselves.
It's really a thing of pain to us that we have governors, we have local government chairmen, but they are not looking into what we are going through here. So it will be a thing of joy if they could come to our aid.
Assessing many communities in Ughelli South miss traveling by canoe or enduring hours on severely damaged roads. For school children, this journey is often the first test of their education.
We have 62 primary schools in Ughelli South LGA. 40% of our schools are located in the riverine areas. We also have schools that are hard to reach. We call them hard to reach area. During the rainy seasons, reaching those schools are not that easy.
Of course, I'm so thankful to the present leadership and even the governor himself, because they do go around and see if there is any dilapidated building or shortage of seats. They give us the information, we bring the number of shortage and take the photograph of the buildings for renovation.
On March 25th, 2025, Chairman Ughelli South Omene presented a 14.9 billion naira budget. Education featured in this budget, but on the ground, the impact is difficult to measure. Council officials confirm the number of schools on record, but the question remains, how many are functional? Many parents say they have given up on public schools entirely. They pay high fees to enroll their children in private schools, not because they can afford to, but because they cannot afford the consequences of government neglect.
Pikin when be 3 years, 4 years, so only go work out from school, go reach us. When we go look time, maybe 10 o'clock, only. Now God's okay, as it be like that, so now not care for the pikin. If not, so we carry go private school. Go private school, then they lock the gate.
But even my two children is going to the school here. My one, the one way there for primary six, na 80 grand they sit down. 80 grand now they sit down. The one way there for primary 4, they say 80 grand they sit down. There's no share inside the school.
But the teachers are complaining that government doesn't pay them on time. Say they hold them. Time they're supposed to pay them, they are not paid them well.
This our primary school is where I learned. In those days, it was not like this. But now the school is collapsing. All the roofs are removed. So we want the federal government, the state government to come to our aid.
A viral video from Otoedo on 16th February 2025 caused public outrage and raised the alarm on the state of public education in Ughelli South. In a community of over 1,000 people, pupils learn under leaking roofs and use makeshift boats to cross rivers for secondary school. Otoedo's economy is driven by agriculture, fishery, and poultry. The women are skilled artisans, yet they lack access to markets and government support. Residents say the neglect stretches beyond education to poor roads, no healthcare centers, and no electricity.
In the terms of the road, this community is left behind in terms of community development, because this community is passing through a lot, especially in the period of rainy season. No car, nobody can pass through the ground road. We only use the waterway. And the waterway, we have a little boat that cross the students and individual people to their various destinations.
The other challenges where we face too, we get handwork for this town, which is our ladies, our women. Where they use to produce money, they bring money to them at any time. But for now, no market. We not get market to trade that business. We not get company. We need that company to go develop the community.
Let them come and rehabilitate the school. Let it have a taste. Then they should stop people who are here from carrying their own children to other schools.
Our schools are not in a sorry state. We are improving on them. And it's not possible to improve on all of them at a time. It is gradual. But I strongly believe that most of our schools have been taken care of. And those ones will find out that they are either been affected by wind, fall, or rainstorm, we quickly respond to them. Well, assurance is that we beat our chest to say in Delta, our public schools are better than most private schools, if not all the private schools. Therefore, we encourage them to bring their children to public schools to learn. The facilities are there, instructional materials are there. We have better teachers than even the private schools. We are not condemning the private schools because they are there to complement the effort of these public schools in terms of education. So we encourage them to stick on to partner with the public schools.
Currently at Ughelli South Local Government Area Secretariat in Otu Jeremin, the administrative headquarters of the council. All attempts to get across to the council chairman was unsuccessful. Messages, phone calls were not replied. Ughelli South Local Government Area is rich in resources, but its children are left poor in opportunities for the future. As the local government budget grows, so do expectations. But unless funds are allocated to classrooms, teachers, and textbooks, these communities may continue to be left behind.
You're watching Scorecard, and at this time we still have two gentlemen with us. That's Mr. Omene and Mr. Agbobore, who is a legislator at the Delta State House of Assembly. Thank you so much for staying through with us. And I just want to get your final thoughts on how local governments, are being run, particularly when we have a court injunction dictating that local governments should be autonomous. I just want to get your thoughts. What do you think should be the parameters with allocating funds to these local governments?
The method designed by the federal government in directly sending funds to local government, like some months ago we saw local government submitting accounts directly to CBN so that money can be paid into the local government account. To me, it's a welcome development. If the autonomy has fully been implemented, I think this is one of the best things that has happened to the grassroots level. Like you show in some of this local government where the schools are dilapidated. I think with this direct allocation, there will not be excuses for especially the councillors representing the wards. They have the major role to play because the chairman cannot go around and see all the school. It is you that is a councillor representing a ward that will go and meet the chairman, bring your input to the house, debate it on the floor that this is a school in my ward that have no desks, that have no students have no conducive environment. Then a resolution will not be sent to the chairman. You will see that at the grassroots it will be developed. You will see that the infrastructure in the grassroots will improve. Because I believe, especially in Delta State, the chairman we have in the local government, they are people that know what is good for their people. So I believe if such funds is coming directly and the money is coming so large and so huge, I think the chairman will utilize them. And then the councillors also have a role to play.
I'm afraid we're pressed for time, but let's quickly bring in Mr. Omene, who is the former chairman of Ethiope West Local Government area of Delta State. In 30 seconds, sir, because we do not have so much time, I just want you to address the fact that this question where people say that leadership at the local government is often accused of patronage politics. How can local governments in Delta State really shift from sharing money to actually planning development in their local communities?
That is definitely a fact. The local governments are plagued, particularly the chairman are plagued with that serious problem of having the godfathers, the political godfathers, those I call political bandits. You see, if they can avoid them and have the guts to say no to them, then he is on his way to success. But one thing that I want to emphasize here, the local government must be made autonomous, both administratively and financially. They must be made autonomous. That's another clear way out. Yeah. Thirdly, they must have an election that is conducted not by the state governors, but by the federal government. They should have the local government election commission. You are
really pressed for time. I was hoping you would give me your thoughts in 30 seconds, but I'm just really afraid that we do not have so much time to think your thoughts on that. But I want to say thank you so much for sharing your thoughts on Scorecard. But just before we go, Ughelli South Scorecard leaves us with a tough question. Can leadership rise to the task before another generation of children is left behind? I am Sarah Ayeku, and this is Scorecard, where every promise gets graded by citizens holding the red pen. You can catch up on any of our missed episodes on our YouTube channel at News Central TV. You can also watch News Central live on DSTV channel 422, Go TV channel 23, Star Times channel 274, Ava TV, and YouTube. Should I say, see you next week.